morning everyone, my name is Chee Loong and I come from Southern University College. Today I would like to present my research, the study of type of biotechnology industry trend according to state in Malaysia Part A. The research outline is introduction, methodology, results and discussion, and conclusion. Introduction: biotechnology as an industry refers to the utilization of living organisms to improve the development of products for animal and human healthcare, food processing, agriculture production, renewable resources, and environmental and industry management. The importance of the biotechnology industry as a key point of growth for the country economy. The Malaysian government has invested in variety of biotechnology applications such as human health, agriculture, and related bio-industry field. Malaysia has proposed the transformation and biotechnology industry is one of the five core strategies to a highly industrialized country by 2020. Methodology of the research is in this study, the sample size is 282 biotechnology company and grouped in the three categories: agriculture, biotech, biomedical, bioindustrial. Results and discussion. In the figure of Johor show the number of biotechnology company and its percentage in Johor state according to type of bioindustry. In Johor, agriculture biotech is 78%, bioindustry 22%, and the biomedical is 0%, which represent a nearly fourfold compared agriculture biotech than the bioindustry. In Johor, from the data that show the least biomedical developed in this state. The figure of the Kedah figure show that the number of biotechnology company is percentage in Kedah state according to type of bioindustry. In Kedah, agriculture is 100%, bioindustry 0%, and biomedical 0%, which only one company with an agriculture-based biotechnology company registered in Kedah from the data show that the list of bioindustry and biomedical developed in this state. And in the figure of Kelantan, the figure shows the number of biotechnology company and each percentage in the Kelantan state according to the type of industry. In Kelantan, agriculture biotech is 100%, bioindustry is 0%, and the biomedical is 0%. In Kelantan, the same situation as Kedah, for only one biotechnology company we register under agriculture. In Kelantan, from the data, they show that the least bioindustry and the biomedical developed in this step. And for the figure of Malacca, figure show the number of biotechnology company and its percentage. Malacca state according to the type of bioindustry. In Malacca, agriculture biotech is 60%, bioindustry is 20%, and the biomedical is 20%, which represent as a three-fourths compared to agriculture and the bioindustry and the biomedical respectively. In Malacca, the data show the three major biotechnology industry developed in this step. And then for the figure of Negeri Sembilan, they show the number of biotechnology company and its percentage in Negeri Sembilan state according to type of industry. In Negeri Sembilan, agriculture is 82%, bioindustry is 0%, and biomedical is 80%, which represent the nearly 4.54 compared to agriculture than biomedical in Negeri Sembilan. The data show the less bioindustry development in this step. For the figure of Pahang, the figure show the number of biotechnology company and each percentage in Pahang state according to type of bioindustry in Pahang. Agriculture biotech is 67%, and bioindustry is 33%, and biomedical is 0%, which represents a twofold compared by agriculture biotech than the bioindustry. In Pahang, the data show the less biomedical developed in this step. And continue with the figure of Penang. Figure show the number of biotechnology company and each percentage in Penang state according to type of bioindustry. In Penang, agriculture biotech is 55%, and bioindustry is 10%, and biomedical is 35%, which represent a nearly five-fold compared to agriculture than the bioindustry and nearly one-fold than the biomedical respectively. In Penang, the data show the three major biotechnology industry developed in this state, especially for agriculture. For the figure of para, to show the number of bioenergy company and each percentage in para state according to the type of bioindustry. In para agriculture, biotech is 70%, bioindustry is 20%, and biomedical is 10%. We represent 3.54 compared to agriculture, then the bioindustry, and 7-fold than the biomedical respectively. In para, the data show the three major biotech industry developed in the step, especially for agriculture and bioindustry. For the figure of Sabah, show the number of biotechnology company and each percentage in Sabah state according to the type of bioindustry. In Sabah, agriculture is 91%, bioindustry is 9%, and biomedical is 0%. Would represent a tenfold compared to agriculture and bioindustry in Sabah. The data show that less biomedical developed in this step. For the figure, Sarawak show the number of biotechnology company and each percentage in Sarawak state according to type of bioindustry. In Sarawak, agriculture is 67%, bioindustry is 22, and biomedical is 11, which represent a threefold compared agriculture, then bioindustry, and a sixfold then the biomedical respectively. In Sarawak, the data show the three major bioindustry developed in this state, especially for the agriculture and by industry. For the figure of Selangor, the figure shows the number of biotechnology company and each percentage in Selangor according to type of bioindustry. In Selangor, agriculture is 58%, bioindustry is 15, and biomedical is 27, and we represents nearly fourfold compared to agriculture, then the bioindustry, and nearly two-fold than the biomedical respectively. In Selangor, the data show the three major biotechnology industry developed in this step, especially for agriculture and biomedical. For the figure of Terengganu, they show the number of biotechnology company and each percentage in Terengganu state according to the type of bioindustry. In Terengganu, agriculture is 50% and bioindustry is 50% and biomedical is 0%, which represent only the developed agriculture and the bioindustry field. In Terengganu, the data show the less biomedical developed in this step. For the figure for the WP Kuala Lumpur, the show that the number of biotechnology company and its percentage in Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur according to type of industry. In the WP Kuala Lumpur, agriculture is 38%, industry is 60%, biomedical is 46%. We represent a nearly one-fourth compared to biomedical than the agriculture biotech and nearly three-fourths than the bioindustry respectively. In the Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur, the data show the three major biotechnology industry developed in this state, especially for the biomedical field. And in the conclusions, the distribution of biotechnology industry, agriculture, biotech, biomedical, and bioindustry depend on the location of the state in Malaysia. In the research, agriculture, biotechnology industry are a larger percentage in Malaysia due to rich natural resources and its stable climate. However, this research is only provided a short discussion regarding the distribution of type of biotechnology companies in Malaysia according instead and even more relationship between the very different available will be discussed in the future study. Okay, here I would like to acknowledgement to the Southern University College, Master Biotech Sambil Berhad, Putra Business School UPN, and Malaysia Bioeconomic Development Corporation Sambil Berhad. Thank you very much.